Hi, I'm Gelie, and I am so excited to be doing this show. This is truly the next phase of life for me, and one of the things that I'm all about is moving through life. I want people to live, not just to exist. And so really what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on people that I've met through my adventures and talk to them. Just have conversations, because we all have those moments in life that mean something. We all have those moments in life that push us to the next level. And I love telling stories. I love sharing my stories, and I want to be able to share the stories of those around me. So I really hope that you tune in and listen, just listen, and maybe you learn something, maybe you hear something that can help a friend. But all in all, the show's meant to be fun. It's meant to expose the people that have things to share with us and just help everybody else on their journey. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you out and about. All right, well, Theo, so actually just thank you so much for being here. I know this was, I kind of just pulled you in, but that's what I do with people. I pull them in when I find them interesting. And so with you, as I was kind of saying earlier, I want to know who you are. What is your story?
I grew up in a poor family in West Texas. As far as I had 4 older sisters, a younger brother, and my dad had had a heart attack when I was in middle school. And so it was a Sunday when he had that heart attack, and it was determined that he was going to have some surgeries. He wouldn't be able to go back to work. So as the oldest male in the family, the son in the family, I felt like I had to get out and help support the family. So I took a job as a paper boy, throwing 2 routes, and sacking groceries, and then I took a job delivering telephone directories.
How old were you at the time?
About 14 years old
at
that time. So I'm working hard. So one Saturday I'm getting about $32 to deliver these telephone directories. Now this is San Angelo, Texas. It's not big directories, but I've got them stacked up like this, and I'm going into this bank, and out walks this cowboy, and he's got a vest on, he's got his hat on and his boots on. And he reaches into his vest to take out his keys. I didn't really know exactly what he was doing. And when he did, his money roll dropped out as he was coming out of this bank. And he takes his keys out. He gets into his, I think it was a Lincoln Continental. And he starts that up, and he's going down the street. He's already started down the street. So I drop those phone books down. I reach down and I pick up the money clip, and I began to count it. It was $1,000 bills. Wow. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, $9,000.
Pocket change.
That's a heck of a lot of money. So I go running down. He stopped at the light about a block away. I go running down the street. I tap on his window. He rolls down the window, and he takes the money and he throws it across the seat, rolls up his window, and the light turns green, and he drives off. And I thought, man, that guy didn't even say thank you. So I walk back up the street, and I take those phone directories, and I go in and I deliver them. And when I get out, he's leaning up against his car, and he said, young man, I didn't realize what you'd given me. So he says, I'd like to reward you. And so he gave me a reward then of $50. And then he asked if he could come meet my parents and give me a job working on his ranch. For a young guy, that was a dream job as far as to be able to ride the ranch and to work on his ranch every summer. And he paid me $200 a week, which was back then a lot of money.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. And I learned a lesson that I learned from him is that everyone has a story. Because his story was he had one son that he lost in a plane crash. And so though he had all of this money in the world, there was this emptiness inside, that he just didn't have that happiness. And so it made me aware that everyone's story, we don't know it until we really get to know them. The other thing that I learned from him that was more valuable than, I guess, any education that I could have had in school is that you're not going to outgive God. So this guy was a giver. Every year before school started, he'd buy me new clothes. I had a horse, all the gear to go with it, guitar, and then when I graduated from high school, he gave me a car. And that was an amazing gift for a kid who grew up poor. With
Yeah.
I literally, as far as I had patches on my jeans, holes in my shoes. As far as I didn't duct tape them. I'd take some regular type of tape and put a piece of cardboard in my shoes and tape that up. So I had that experience of being poor, but being around someone who had a lot of money.
Awesome. Well, Theo, thank you so much. It has been such a pleasure having you here. I love the stories that you shared, and please keep sharing them and keep spreading the message.
Absolutely, Gelie.
Thank you.
Thank you.